up there sometimes. But yeah, I worked there. I remember I worked at Cypress Hill concert one time. Holy mayhem.
Wow.
It was wild.
Was it fun?
I mean, I didn't get thrown around. I was doing throwing.
You're doing the tossing is what you're saying.
I mean, you did not hear what I just said.
You're tossing people like a salad is what you were saying.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Jersey salad.
Just everybody's.
What the hell is a Jersey
tossing everywhere? What
the hell is a Jersey salad?
You don't want to know. If you gotta ask, you're not ready.
Yeah,
I know what it is.
If you have to, no, Mick nailed it. If you have to ask, you're not ready.
You're probably right. That's for another show.
Fall into a Jersey salad and understand that's what happens.
It's true. You don't know you're in it until it happens to you.
A Jersey salad. A Jersey salad is a
Jersey salad.
It's a Jersey way of fisting.
That's only part of it, but until you experience it, you'll never know the full understanding.
Listen, you got to sometimes somersault into it. It gets crazy.
It gets a little acrobatic. It's quite surprising.
Oh well, hello there. How's you doing? I changed my name and everything for that.
We are back.
I'm actually James, not
Bond.
My hair continues to grow. I haven't reached Mick level yet.
I finally got my haircut. It was driving me nuts.
I'm gonna have to get the back clipped because it's getting long.
No, you should get a mullet. We call you mullet.
That ponytail going, man.
Never.
Or a ponytail.
I'll have a Jack Burton mullet before any
Mick mullet. That's what we call them, Mick mullet.
I could
do the rat tail.
I can fan it out. And
I did the rat tail and the mullet when I was a kid.
I never did a mullet. We always did bowl. Like they would just call it the boys.
I did the bowl cut too.
Oh man,
I really thought that was what I heard when I was little. I thought my friends were sitting in a chair, their mom was putting a bowl on their head and cutting around it.
When my mother took me to her salon to get my hair cut, and I was like, "Yeah, I like this place. It's cool." I was like, "It was a nicer place than going to the barber where it's 2 chairs and an old man and a checkered floor for some reason, and like a vast amount of room, but just one barber." Yeah, that was my '80s experience as a kid. Yeah, I'll never forget when as soon as I went to the salon, I was like, "Yeah." And my mom's like, "Do you want to keep coming with me to do your hair there?" I was like, "Sure." Now
the one thing you didn't mention is even though you go there for years, they still have that same red car chair for little kids.
Oh my god, yeah. But I was never allowed to use it because that would be a waste of quarter. My joy would be a waste of a quarter.
And you were 6'8". You got to throw that in there.
That's true. He was born at 5 feet, so he didn't.
I didn't really. Yeah. No, but like I went, and I'm pretty sure after that, my dad was just convinced I was gay. And I'm talking like I was 6.
My dad.
He was so mad that I went. I made that decision distinctly.
He should have brought you to one of them barbershops in the neighborhood then, if that was the case. If he was so upset about it.
I would have went.
I know you would have went.
I don't even go now for intimidation purposes. I feel like it's a cultural appropriation.
Hell no, it's not. No, it's not. The one I go to, all kinds of people go there. That's where they want to go. You never see me. You'll never see me go to. I'm not even gonna say it. I don't want to.
Should I get a low taper fade?
Mm-hmm. Do whatever the hell you want. Just don't take credit for it.
I don't take credit for shit.
No,
like they try to do with that Travis Kelce shit. Oh, look at get the Travis Kelce haircut. Fuck you, people, you idiots. That's why they lost the Super Bowl, because of dumbass shit like that.
I have left no impression on this.
That's exactly why they lost the Super Bowl. The haircuts.
Mm-hmm. Well, you see his haircut now. That shit was.
I'm just
stick up for his girl. That's another thing. You didn't stick up for your woman, Travis. That's another reason why you lost. Bad karma.
Oh my god. What are you talking about? They're all going to go to the White House.
No, they don't always go. A lot of them do skip it.
He's going to go. I'll bet you.
He's not going to go because they lost.
They lost.
Oh, but the other team's not going to go. The winning team's not going to go. So he's going to invite the Kansas City Chiefs just to be like, hey, come on in.
Oh, kicking it off with the Amazon.
all right.
Thank you for joining in.
This is specifically what Mick wanted to talk about.
I know.
Yeah.
So
no, seriously. So let's.
You want to jump? We might as well jump into Bond.
I have a bias, so I want to.
I'm not going to pretend I know enough to have an overall opinion.
I definitely do.
I've
seen them all now.
Just from what we've watched so far, and I mean, just how we know how
you're making me read,
and just so we know how things are nowadays is, you know what I mean. When it comes,
look older, Mick.
I can't help it.
Yo, he's even tilting his head down.
I can't read it.
Like he did it slowly. He got up to the camera.
I am optimistic about the Amazon buy just because I think Bond needs a fresh approach. Of course, it could be a disaster, but I don't think the Eon team was going to give us anything new. I don't disagree.
You don't leave that.
My problem with the Amazon one and the franchise, I'm sorry guys, if I could speak on it, but
go ahead.
With Amazon, my fear is that they've been producing some pretty good TV shows. They don't produce such great movies. Some good ones, don't get me wrong, but not great. They're really hitting it with the TV shows. My fear with this is, I do want the movies to continue in some fashion way. Like, I think they always should, because this is such a time-honored tradition, really, honestly. And as you go through and me learning the history of each of these movies, I really, truly hope they continue a James Bond style, staying true to the character. Don't get dark and gritty. Don't get all wild. Like, let him be James Bond, the James Bond we know, even when he is a little grittier, like Craig or Dalton. Like, he's still Bond. He's still like the Bond girls are there. The gadgets are there in some form or fashion, things like that. The wonderful sights and exotic locations he goes to. You got to do it, and the stunts and all that stuff. I'm sorry, I'm just really in love with James Bond right now.
You're good. You're good.
My fear is it's going to be pulled apart too much. I don't want them to franchise it out like it's Marvel and everything has to be connected. Like, okay, now we have a Moneypenny TV show. We have an MTV show where it's a prequel when he was in the war or whatever. Stuff like that. It seems interesting, but it's going to tire out James Bond, and that's not what I want. I just want more movies like we got for a long time, maybe every couple of years or so. And yeah, bring in different filmmakers, and they can just be, you don't even have to connect them. It could just be James Bond on different adventures. That would be a wild idea, but I just don't want it to be bastardized. And that's what the name of the game is right now. And that's what bugs me is because Disney destroys so much with, all they're pulling apart. We see it a lot. Even as much as like this weekend, with Captain America, like I loved it. But it is a mid-level movie, and that's because they messed with it and too many reshoots and taking things out and like bastardizing some things. That's what I'm afraid of with this, because I keep seeing it at Warner Brothers, I keep seeing it at Universal, I keep seeing it, all these places. Now I'm afraid they're going to do it with James Bond, and I just fell in love with James Bond because I've just now watched every damn James Bond movie.
The franchise is going to a company in a time where every other big company is trying to build out franchises. Like you talk about Disney with TV shows, the Marvel universe is, things like give every side character their own fucking spin. Yeah. Just let a movie franchise be a movie franchise.
I'm hoping for that.
I'm fine with. I think that's the way James Bond needs to be. I don't give a shit about. I don't need to see backstory on Moneypenny, Q, or anything like that. That's not what the James Bond series is.
I would say if you're gonna. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, just jumping on what you were saying though, Mick. I'm afraid of it as far as, because I've gotten as far as these two movies here, as far as the Bond franchise goes, and I've liked a few of the movies. I like more than I did not like. But what I'm afraid of with them doing this is the Marvel effect, where they're just you're gonna get that fatigue. Like me and you were talking about this earlier, Mick, where I told you I had Marvel fatigue just watching from up to Endgame. I haven't watched anything since, and I probably won't. Here and there, I might jump in and watch a couple movies and stuff, but as far as like a long marathon like that again and going through no, it's too much.
Yeah,
and I mean it's too much. It was like just after that they should have taken a break. I feel like once this Bond thing starts, They're gonna drop these movies like it's a series instead of dropping it like it's a franchise. They're gonna rush it out there. They're gonna do too much. They're gonna switch up a lot of things about it, which I understand to an extent. No, to an extent I get it, but they're gonna like just do shit just to do shit. That's not gonna do anything to Bond.
If there was
And
a true plan or direction, I'd be open.
Well, I'll say that. So, okay, so I'll agree with you on that, and then I'll ask you or ask the room and anybody that's watching, what if they did a series instead of a franchise, but it was Bond was like you know what I mean? It wasn't like a sideshow of, like you said, the other character. It was still Bond, but more of a series. Half-hour episodes or 45 minutes. The hour side that's like 45 minutes. Would that be better, or would you be more inclined to maybe check that out? I'll say, give it a chance, because I know. I not just say that because I know I'm not gonna. I'm not even gonna check these movies out. I already know that. Unless we end up reviewing them, I'm not even gonna touch them. The Bonds that are gonna be on Amazon. So if there was a series, would you?
Oh, I'm gonna watch them.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna watch them, and I think we should review them because it's a good tradition. Like I'm not saying everything. No. The Bond stuff, so one thing, a couple things, if you guys don't mind. I'm sorry I'm taking over.
You're part of this.
But I know, but
James is getting real upset.
No, but for me, like if you were gonna spin off, and I think it could be a good idea for them to keep Bond as movies, but and if you want to spin off and make a franchise out of it, I think you could do Felix Leiter's character.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could make a TV show about Felix Leiter and the CIA and his adventures, and then you can spin off of that and like create characters that way. Or you can make movies that are very much maybe in the same vein as like a Mission Impossible, but it's Felix Leiter, and he's doing all these missions and such. That could be cool. That could be an interesting spinoff. But like again, don't rip it all apart. Because then we can get like the Americanized version of stuff out of Felix Leiter. And keep James Bond like that, like pro-British, sort of like that. That's what it is, and at the heart of it. I'm more inclined to watch Bond-related series than any MCU. Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with you on that. That's I would like to see stuff like that. But other than that, I just think they're gonna pull it in so many different directions that it's going to lose that special thing that I'm finding through that whole journey and like learning about all these movies. Because I just don't think the corporate entities care.
No.
So the tradition, they don't give a shit. They'll sell it. They'll sell it as a tradition. Like they don't care.
Was good, Troy. Appreciate you popping in, which he didn't get a chance to watch both, so he's gonna, when we get on to Live and Let Die, he's gonna join in for that one. So it's the second half. But
cool.
Here we go. Bond is just bigger geekdom to me, so I would probably enjoy a Felix L or a Q show, but it's a slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope. I'm not saying it can't be done, especially with the way TV writing has evolved and just some of the fucking awesome stuff that has been out there these days.
Really? I didn't know. Mick, did you know that? Or did you guys know that about Tarantino wanting to do a Bond?
No, it's unlikely. Yeah, I mean, I've always heard him talk about like different franchises. I think the most recent was like Star Trek, and he had an idea for it. But I think I have heard of Bond and a couple of others. I knew he was interested in the Super.
Can I throw you on the spot really quick?
Maybe directing a Super
on the thing, just because I'm only throwing Mick out there because, and anybody in the comments that really knows like directors and stuff. If Chris and James, if you guys really know directors, feel free. But just because they're doing this whole Bond thing, who would you want to direct it if it was up to you? That would do it justice, of course.
Well, it depends on what style you're doing. So like the James Bond, Daniel Craig, like each.
No, I was gonna say so. I guess this will go more towards people who really know directors, and then people who are really know this franchise, or even if you just watched it, like how Mick said he just finished it. But I would say let's use the correct director for like the style from your favorite Bond, because I know they're like a little different kind of twist to them. that would make that work today? I know it's just one of the ones that's out there. You got to kind of think about, but
could Christopher Nolan do it?
Well, I mean, Christopher. Yeah, of course. I mean, Christopher Nolan can direct anything, but it'd be interesting. Holy shit! Like, I think you just stunned me by saying that. Is why I stopped talking, because it wasn't. I was thinking more along the lines of, like, it'd be cool. The guy, I can't remember his name, but the guy who directed the Fall Guy.
Oh,
came out. If you took Bond in that direction, not silly, but like that type of look and those type of stunts, like a big stunt type of movie. I think that could be interesting. But Nolan directing it like he did Batman.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that one threw me. Like, I like, now that Amazon is fully creative, I think that's the smart move. Pay it, like, Amazon, you're gonna have to put it out in movie theaters because it's Nolan, and it's gonna have to be 70 millimeter. But you need to get that money and get Nolan, because you could have a James Bond Dark Knight level like trilogy.
I think that would be fun. Now, the more you say that, the more I'm fucking into it.
Because, like, he's British, he's like, he's interested. I'm fairly certain he's a James Bond fan, because he's a Fast and the Furious fan. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would love to see a Christopher Nolan. Now, he's doing the Odyssey, so it's not going to happen anytime soon. Which, by the way, him doing the Odyssey is blowing my mind. And Matt Damon's as Odysseus looked.
That's
awesome.
the picture they released looks pretty sweet.
Oh, so, like, oh my God. I am so mad that I don't live in the world where Christopher Nolan right now is putting out a James Bond Dark Knight level.
You're welcome for that thought.
Yeah,
thank you so much. You
the director, and then you threw out Christopher Nolan. That was just, and I gotta say this: when we get in these type of conversations, when it's like film and directors and all that, I love when somebody throws that out there, even if it's like a tag team thing of like, Mick, what do you think about this? And someone throws like a direct boom, and you're just like, oh shit, Mike Tyson just knocked me out for a second, guys. Let me clear my thoughts.
Listen, I'm gonna make a plea here, Mr. President. Would you please allocate some of this stuff to Christopher Nolan and Amazon to direct?
I mean, he's signing ridiculous executive orders left and right. Why not make this one of them?
He's just right now. Trump is just doing this. Just throw it on his desk.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. I will run the podcast. I'll run the Trump Master podcast, which all the other podcasts would be pissed, but like, I would just be like, whatever.
Listen, man,
what's your golf handicap? Let's talk about that.
I'm gonna hop on there with you just to promote.
Let's ignore all the other stuff. Just talk about golf.
There we go. But no, that was a good way, and it was cool that we kind of got to kick it off with what you wanted to discuss anyway, Mick, with the Amazon on Bond.
I want that. I want that more than anything.
I guess, and I'm with you on that, because I love the Dark Knight trilogy.
I just begged the president to allocate money for this. I am such a film nerd. I need this in my life. I want to create a portal gun like Rick and Morty to go and find the world where this is happening and just live there. It's a goodbye. Sayonara. That would be, oh my God. Okay. Before we get started on the movie, who could you see being Bonds now? Who would be a really good Bond?
Let me ask this first. Did you watch the Henry Cavill audition that was put online? I haven't seen it.
No.
His audition for Bond, I guess he was getting a lot of praise. I think the main thing at the time, because this is the same time they cast Daniel Craig, is he just looked too young. But I could have seen Henry Cavill at it, as Bond. I can see him now. My only concern is like he's physically too big. Like I've gotten used to seeing, well, Bond is in shape, not Henry Cavill shape, like
Yeah.
size.
No, yeah, he's
Yeah.
a beast. Oh man, that's the thing. Yeah, because
I don't
Bond's
even know.
Like the
like,
character's in their late 30s, so Cavill's that age now. I know a lot of people are pulling for it because douchebag Bezos, as I call him, posted on X like who should be the next Bond
Bond.
after they got the rights. I think Henry Cavill's
Mr.
leading that poll. Not that I would be mad,
Mr. B-
but still, I don't know. It's just it's not the Bond I'm used to seeing.
I think, yeah, don't go younger. You got to keep him
Oh,
in his
yeah,
30s. I think. I say like the age range should be 30 to 50.
That's fine.
Like, don't start
No,
at
oh,
50.
no,
though.
no.
You know what I mean? Like, don't
No,
go get somebody.
I think
who's 50,
ideally
but,
you
like,
want someone
they can
mid
age-
30s that you can.
Yeah, like, but if they do 7 or 8 films, they can get
Yeah.
closer to 50, and we'll be okay with it. Like Connery and Moore does, and yeah. So like, I think that's a good age range. That's the way I look at it. But I think if you're going to go with somebody, like, I liked when they were talking about Aaron Taylor Johnson, but I guess like that was dropped when Craven.
I'd love to hear some kind of like official. Yeah, he got the boot because of that. Because I think it's more speculation than it is anything else.
I hope so. I mean, from the source I heard it from, like it's usually pretty legit. But you're right. Like nothing's 100% until it's announced. I hope he remains in the same thing because Craven sucked, which we knew it was gonna. You got to give the grace of like Sony just is bombs on it all, but you also have to say he was also in an Oscar-nominated film from the same that came out the same month as Craven.
Well,
and he was one of the leads.
We watched
like,
him in the book adaptation of A Million Little Pieces. That was him, right? What he? Right?
I think so.
Full frontal.
Yeah. What a dick.
Oh my god.
No, I mean his personality. No, I don't know. I want to see. I want to see people step into the role again. That like they did with the originals. Like, okay, pick a Bond that's going to go on for like 6 movies. And pick a Moneypenny that's going to go on for 6 movies. Don't change out women all the. Well, yeah, no, you got to do that.
Yeah.
But
you got to make
Moneypenny, but
time.
the Bond girl each time. Yeah,
you got to keep Moneypenny. Moneypenny should stay the same actor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like Naomi Harris in the Daniel Craig movies, but they're all gone now. They're all done.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I've overtalked the Amazon thing. But I really want Christopher Nolan now. That's all I can think about. Mr. Bezos, please make it
anybody's
happen.
got the money to do
I
it.
will love you.
He definitely has the money to do it.
Take some money away from his blue penis-shaped rocket and give it to Christopher Nolan.
I think what they should do is make a James Bond remake. Oh no, don't! I don't want to do a remake, but I do kind of because it's kind of funny to do like Bezos Blue Origins versus SpaceX sort of thing where James Bond has to go to space like a Moonraker, not remake it, but it would be so bad. It's such we just went,
but directed by Christopher Nolan.
Christopher, no, I don't want that. I just thought it would be kind of funny if like they actually filmed the movie in space and made it James Bond. But please don't do that. Get Christopher Nolan.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that, Ethan.
And you guys haven't even seen
Moonraker yet. Not yet. Seen some moon shit in this first movie though. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the moon.
Listen, watching this because I've been keeping track of the Bond girl count and how many women the James Bond character bangs along the way. Diamonds Are Forever. This is the most annoying Bond girl I have seen in any of the movies up to this point.
Poor Jill St. John.
She's awful.
She was the first American Bond girl.
Probably something to say about that. Yeah, that was this like she got on my nerves. Like she was like playing dumb in this movie, like more so than previous movies.
It was too silly, like, and it was almost like a really weird step back, like especially coming from On Her Majesty's Secret Service. But you get Diana Reagan who's providing a really good role. Like she's doing a really good job. Like that, not Tiffany. Tiffany Case is in this movie. Teresa, his wife. There's a gravitas there with her. Yeah, granted, like he goes in and they have all the women who are just want to have sex, but even they seems like they were like had a little more weight to them than Tiffany Case. It seemed like Connery came back and was just like, I don't want anything said except for silly things, because that like I could see Connery just being that guy.
It was so who was what was the actor's name in the last movie?
George Lazenby.
And they brought back Connery for this movie. From what I was reading, it only took a little over $1 million he got paid for this. And I definitely felt a tone shift between this movie and the previous Connery movies. Like,
yeah, definitely.
It was like noticeable. Yeah. Like they were just in like, let's just throw, it's like they were throwing darts at a board for ideas, for scenes.
Like, let's just do it to do it kind of thing. Give him his last hurrah and fucking.
It's like all Vegas. Like the, Charles, like, yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they kept the through line, because like with him trying to hunt down Blofeld. I like Charles Gray, but he didn't really fit the mold. Whatever. I know he got the plastic surgery. It was just a wild one. Then there was like 4 of them, and this movie it just wasn't that great. No. And actually, because it wasn't, I think I was so much more excited for Live and Let Die, because I had never seen that up until I started watching it for this.
Oh, this was your first time watching Live and Let Die?
When I watched both of these, like I had only seen up to Thunderball when we started this, and then I had seen Octopussy. I know I had seen A View to a Kill when I was a kid, which, by the way, I did not realize until after I made promotional posters or cards for my film review of that movie, that the title is actually A View to a Kill, not A View to Kill. So, like, I know I had seen that when I was a kid, and I had seen 2 of the Pierce Brosnan and all of the Daniel Craig's. Now I've seen everything. I'm going to rewatch the Daniel Craig's, but I've seen everything. But watching these for the first time, and On Her Majesty's Secret Service, like, it kind of, I didn't mind On Her Majesty's Secret Service, because I think I was so new to it still. Like, I had just watched 4 Bonds where I was kind of like, or 5 Bonds where I was like, these are good, but they were progressively getting a little, well, with the exception of that final battle and Donald Pleasance in You Only Live Twice. Like, but a lot of that movie was really silly. And then you get into On Her Majesty's Secret Service. So I was like, kind of breathes new fresh air. I know Roger Moore is coming up soon. I kind of want a different Bond at this point. Connery was getting old. So when I watched this movie, I was like, yep. Too old.
Yeah.
Like, he's just, and then I watched Never Say Never Again, which is a Thunderball remake with him again, and I'm like, yeah, you diamonds are forever. You aged out of the role. You should not have come back for this one.
No. It felt slow. It felt slow. Like, we gotta just kind of, like, he's old now. We gotta slow this, and not even trying to be funny. It was like, we gotta kind of slow this down and make it, even though it didn't make sense, we'll make it make more sense with him playing Bond. So I didn't really care for this one. Like, it was Honestly, it was one of my least favorites.
This I don't. It was like
But up there
disjointed.
But up there with the first two, I almost put it on that level. Honestly, when I gave
It was disjointed. They have those two guys that keep showing up and killing everybody.
Yeah, it gets involved with the diamonds.
They get involved with
Oh
the
my
diamonds.
God.
Yeah. Him
What,
chasing.
like at the end with the
Yeah.
shish kebabs
At the end,
on fire.
like that was the worst attempt to kill Bond I've ever seen. When he slowly lights some shish kebabs on fire and points them at Bond, like he's gonna do something with them on the boat at the end.
And they had a bomb. What was the point? What if the shish kebabs worked?
I don't.
You're gonna blow
Like
everything.
I
up
don't know what
anyway?
it is. Like he's chasing these diamonds through this movie, and it seems like such a smaller premise to the stuff they've had him do before. That I feel like that was part of what took me out of it. Like
Yeah, it just felt so. It got silly in this.
and not in a fun way either.
No, like the joke with the cat, because Brumfield.
I guess it was the wrong pussy.
Wrong pussy. I was like, oh, come on, that's a weak joke.
And the thing,
Like,
you know what it was with that with those type of jokes. Like when you touch on the is it sexual, is it not? They have to hit, and you could tell that same joke and with a different tone or someone that can deliver it better, and it's way funnier than this. But it was just so. I mean, it was dry and unlike the way you want pussy to be. But it just didn't work. It didn't. It felt
shaken,
first.
not
First. It felt first.
James, and then there's the gold digger woman in the casino, Plenty O'Toole.
Plenty, yeah.
Yep.
Weird names with these.
Yeah, who gets thrown out the window, and the guy's like, I didn't know there was a pool down there.
It's so messed up.
I think the cheesiest part of this movie for me though was where he gets onto this like Area 51 type base, and then now he's in a car chase where he's riding this fake moon vehicle through the desert and throwing these cars off that are fucking chasing him. I'm like, it looks so cheesy, like it could be made from cardboard. That I'm
it probably was.
To Indy Phantom, thank you for that information. That he said one of the two guys who are the hitmen in that is Crispin Glover's dad, Bruce Glover.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I know exactly which one it is. It's not the dude with the shish kebabs. It's the other dude, because if you look at him, he does look like Crispin Glover, and I could see it.
I could see it
in my
yeah,
head,
I can see it now.
a couple weeks ago. And I will tell you, now I know why Crispin's crazy.
Because his dad was in this movie?
Because how they acted in this movie. I was like, Crispin's crazy
That's where he
because of that. These dudes weren't acting. They just stumbled on set and tried to kill each other.
Oh, they still failed.
And they were like a gay couple hitman.
Which fine, whatever. That can
No,
still
it was
be
interesting.
But it wasn't interesting. Like the gay thing had nothing to do with it interesting or not. It was the lack of ability. They were like stormtroopers on vacation. They couldn't hit anything.
Stormtroopers on vacation. I like that.
And what kind of death? It's like, let's put them in a pipe so they get some them in the ground.
Hitmen. They're hitmen, and they couldn't even kill the woman they threw out the window.
Which is nuts. It sums up with the movie. It sums up with the movie. The movie wasn't good. The hitmen weren't good.
And honestly, I think what sealed how ridiculous this was for me is just how they handled this coded tape nonsense at the end that controls their fucking satellite that's blowing shit up. It's a little fucking actual tape. Like this technology wise, this doesn't make sense.
Okay.
This is the lowest piece of technology you're using to operate a satellite that can blow shit up all over the place.
Swap a cassette tape.
Yeah, and it's literally a cassette tape. And then and then they have the Bond girl.
And that cassette tape went on to do a Jersey salad.
It did. Hashtag Jersey salad.
Yes.
And then Bond switches it. The girl switches it back. She's hiding it in her bikini, like she's carrying a load back there. I'm like, this is too ridiculous.
Why do you call her a twit? or something like that, because she switched it. He's like, "You switched it back, twit," or something like that. I forgot what he said.
I don't remember what he said.
Yeah, dude. This was
Yeah,
this is kind of
it
a
was.
boring one.
That was such a stupid ass hiding spot. I'm like, they're not gonna see it right there.
Well, okay. Well, not like she had a lot of places to put it, but still, it was still came across.
She could have. Never mind.
There was a pocket.
No. Can
And a
you just
prison wall.
imagine the two workers that are working there who are like trying to keep it quiet, but they see it, they're like, "Oh shit, look at that! Hey, Doug, look at that! Oh, shit. Look at that! She
It looks
shit
like
herself.
a square. It looked like a little
Oh, that's a
rectangle.
nasty hemorrhoid."
Just a rectangular Duke.
There must be a lot of pressure. There must be a lot of pressure in there.
Oh my gosh!
What would you guys rate this
Could have done an upper decker.
Should have done an upper
By
decker.
that time. Jersey salad, of course, had to make
I
the
had to.
hashtag for tonight.
Had to be done. Had to be done.
You got to do it like Bruce Springsteen, the boss.
Shitty.
Like, we're going down to the diner to get a Jersey salad with the Tiffany.
Because I was born in the USA.
Is that that's a different song. I made this one up for him.
Oh, he's gonna just take it.
Jersey salad in the USA.
Jersey salad and disco fries will make your life a little better.
Oh, there you go.
Working at the mill.
Right. Make a Jersey salad song, James.
No.
No,
Yeah,
I'll write
there
my
we
own
go.
Jersey salad.
There
I'm gonna
does
get my
need to be a
guitar.
Jersey salad song.
There does need to be a Jersey salad song.
I will come equipped with the Jersey salad song.
Be his theme song. Anytime he
I'm gonna
comes on any
find
of our shows, you just play it before we fight about Jersey salad.
I'm gonna write it. I'm like, eating a Jersey salad down by the seashore.
That's what he used to do.
Point Pleasant has it going on. I don't know, shit like that. I'm just gonna sing about different parts of Jersey.
What would you?
Sparta, New Jersey. That's it. That's all I got.
That's how much we like this Bond movie, guys.
Yeah. No, I want to talk about the next one.
Dirty Sturdy, and his Jersey salad.
I'm going to Jersey.
Oh, the shenanigans.
Oh, the shenanigans. Yeah, that's the drink you can get at. that's the best meal at Shenanigans. The Jersey salad.
Mm-hmm.
They drive it from Jersey too.
Hey! Next time you go to a restaurant, just ask the waiter for a Jersey salad and see what they say.
I get a Jersey salad.
You know how they used to say, like, when somebody would put something in your drink, they'd be like, they slipped me a Mickey. Right? What should we call it now?
Oh no, you still do it, don't you?
No.
Yeah, Mickey.
Yeah, right. Oh God, yeah. No, I think we should. No, fucking that name's changing right now to Cosby.
There you go.
Yeah, that was pulling a Cosby.
Oh
So
my
let's
God.
rate this movie really
Oh,
quick.
Oh
so we
yeah,
can
it's a Cosby now.
hop onto the other one, and we can bring our guest on as well.
Okay. Rating. This one for me is 3.5.
Yep. What about you, Christopher Nolan?
Please
I'll go 4.5. There was still a little entertainment value because I like Sean Connery better than the fucking in between guy. Even though he's too old at this point.
Baby Shaq.
I mean, there were some fun things about it. I was gonna give it a 5.
I'm with James. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I think this was more boring than the one last week, the Majesty one. But
Wow. Well, tell me how you really feel about
He's
fucking
the
James Bond
Jersey
in the
salad
70s.
of Bond movies.
yeah, yeah,
Wait, who said a Jersey salad's a bad thing?
it's from Jersey.
What's a Jersey salad? Disco fries.
So we're gonna bring our guest on now, Troy Hill from Troy Hill Talks. 3.5. Look at that.
3.5 from Indie Fan. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
not people.
We're about the same. 5 out of 10.
But
I like
we're gonna
it.
bring our guest
A
on,
little bit more.
Troy from Troy Hill Talks.
Oh,
How's
there's
it
the
going,
man. By the way, we didn't
Hello,
talk
man.
about what we did earlier with English Patient.
Oh my god! Oh, we should
Oh
probably
yeah,
spin
we
that.
do
wheel,
have to
shouldn't
spin
we?
the wheel too. But you could start it, get the conversation going. I'll pull the wheel up.
Well, first off, Troy, how you doing, man? Tell us about yourself. Tell us
Yo,
about your
I'm
channel.
doing great, gentlemen. My name's Troy from Troy Hill Talks, and we're currently just doing movie reviews and entertainment news, also covering lots of black cinema at the moment. So it's been a nice little deep dive in it, and been having a great time. So
And
that's
since
about
the move, he's only had black people on there. Me and Mick.
Listen, and he's
it.
you're not wrong. Mick almost he almost won when we played Black Card Revoked. But Troy has an amazing voice for what he does.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Well, I appreciate that.
Chris, I told you, but you have to stop flirting with our guests.
That's true.
Well,
I
you know.
We don't have an HR.
Yeah,
No, we don't.
I just have a new shade
he's
of
got.
eyeshadow.
I just. That's true.
Is it my voice or is it a new shade of eyeshadow I
it's
have on
voice-
this evening?
Hey, Troy, can you be our? Do you want to be our HR?
Listen, we got. He's got Jersey salad written all over him. And
I don't think
I
I'd
like
be very
what
good at HR.
That's what we need.
I don't think I'd be very good.
So we're spinning the punishment wheel now because Chris might not make it. So what we're gonna do is, in case he doesn't make it, that's gonna be the punishment wheel. That's gonna be the punishment wheel if he makes it or not for the next punishment.
So we have a Patreon where we just talked about the English Patient because Sturdy didn't make it, and that was the punishment movie.
I can't do another one. I can't do another bad
Wow.
movie. I might have to quit.
The tree of no, not the tree of life.
Not the tree of life. Not the tree of life. Not the tree of life.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh
Me
my
neither.
god! It's
I never
another-
seen it,
it's
but I
another
heard
fucking-
people say
It's another.
Boring.
It's better than the English Patient, but it's,
Is it 3 hours long?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus,
I
Mickey,
didn't put the tree of life on there.
I've never heard of this
I
shit.
don't
That
even
was
know what it
you.
is.
That was somebody white. I don't even know what the fuck that shit
Yeah.
is.
Maybe I put
I-
the tree of life on there.
I just think
Before
about the
this whole
painting.
bullshit, if we
Listen,
all had to watch
okay,
it.
hold on. So the point is, that is the movie we have to watch the next time someone misses the show.
my
And then
God.
we watch it, we rip on the movie, and we rip on them for missing the show.
You can't not be here next week.
That is the motivation to not miss the show.
Yeah,
I don't want to miss the show. I don't want to miss the show.
me
I, don't
neither.
wanna, I can't do it. I just finished English Patient. I can't do another one. This is torture.
Listen, nobody have one of those miracle births to where like your baby's born next Saturday and you got to miss the episode. You got to
What
miss
if
the
it-
birth.
I mean, I give birth to some knuckle children every Saturday. Does that not count?
I don't think that's gonna be a good show, though.
Listen, no. I want to throw out something right now, and I want an agreement. I want an agreement all around,
Wait,
all
what is-
around.
what
If we are
depend-
going to do this, if we're doing the punishment shit, we better come prepared to roast. We
Oh, yeah.
better come prepared to roast.
We were unprepared,
James,
admittedly.
James, you got to dig deep.
Oh,
You got to go after him. I don't care, and you got to go after this movie. We are making the. If we are forced to watch these fucking movies,
No, we do. We do.
we have to make it the best Patreon show ever.
You got to go Jersey salad deep.
Jersey salad deep all the way. Just
Throw a little Tim Mimosa on
You
there.
have to. It has
Tim
to look like you're
Mimosa.
going to pull out a calf.
Is the spokesman
that's
for the
what's happening.
Jersey salad. Tim Mimosa is the spokesman for the Jersey salad. He's the person.
I'm Tim Mimosa, and I drink Jersey salad exclusively.
So he drinks Jersey salad. Some of us just eat it. It's all different.
I've
Depends on-
grind it up as Tim Mimosa would. I grind it up and put my
Oh, like a smoothie.
This is way
So,
off the rails.
I just did a list. I made a list.
I
and,
apologize, Troy.
I'm just here.
Oh my god!
Doesn't know what he walked into.
Yeah, I'm enjoying a drink, just listening in.
Just absurdity all
I
around.
want to throw something else out there for the punishment wheel, right? So I feel like I made a fucking chart thing. I forgot what the hell you call it. A spreadsheet. There you go. And I have the English Patient down with Sturdy next to it, and I have the Tree of Life down with Chris's name with a question mark next to it. We should do I feel like at the end of the year, whoever has the most punishment should have to watch a movie and talk about it on a live, just as like an old time sake. Not everybody.
Okay, no, I'm down with that. Whoever misses the show the most has to watch one bad movie by themselves and then give a review of it.
On top of that, oh no, it can't be. I was gonna say on top of that, it could be any movie from this year, but I think we should just give them something different, like whatever's
No.
left on the wheel. They'll just have to watch it on their own.
The other group has to. The rest of the group has to pick the movie. That's whatever
Okay,
they
they have
decide.
to agree on the movie, or is
Yeah.
it best 2 out of 3?
Christ.
Whatever the case
James
is.
and I show up every week.
That's not true.
Be here all the time.
Oh, that's true.
That's not true.
If I die, I'm going to schedule a cam to come on during this time each
She's
week.
like, I'm here.
For my fucking casket.
We'll just use old voice clips from you.
Yeah.
Like, Chris is here in
AI.
spirit.
Well, you know what? Actually, let's just see what happens. Let's hope we make it that far.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mean it that way.
Wow. Way to be a downer, Mick.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what I'm pissed off about?
Obi-Wan
I'm
shenanigans.
pissed off about. You guys should have never picked this franchise because I have now watched 25 James Bond. No, I'm sorry, because I watched the 3 extras, and I have now
You did
watched
that on your own, though.
20. I know, but I still have. I've watched 28 James Bond movies, and you know what? Every single one promises me is that England's got some shit going on to save us from Bond villains, and that's bullshit. Because where are they right now? That motherfucker must have gotten eaten by one of the many sharks that are in every goddamn one of these movies.
No,
That's true. This is
Oh
there
my
were some
God,
sharks.
this is
No,
double
what
O
happened-
program.
what
Stop
happened to
bitching about
Bond?
us, EU, and save us from the Bond villains.
This
What
one's got
happened to
gators and
Bond?
Oh,
sharks.
wait, they're not
is,
in the EU. Britain, do something.
They're in Louisiana for this one.
Get
The
Meghan
STD's
Markle on the
finally caught
line.
up to
We
him.
need a direct approach.
But okay, on to
Our husband to bond it up.
Bonded Up.
By the way, the Bond girl counts up to Live and Let Die. The James Bond character through Live and Let Die has now slept with 19, 20, 21, 22 girls.
How many in this
Damn.
movie? 3?
There's 3 in this movie.
There is 3 in this movie?
He starts out in bed with 1.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So there is 3.
that's
There's
one.
3.
Then
Yeah.
he banes the black girl just before he lets her die, before he
Mhm.
threatens her. And then there's the tarot card. Jane Seymour, who's smoking
Jane
hot.
Seymour.
Yes,
who
she
was-
is.
who was
Jesus.
Dr. Quinn and Dr.
Yes.
Quinn Medicine Woman, if anybody.
Right.
Was that Dr.? Did she play Dr. Quinn?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I
James Bond's up to 22 banged women through Live and Let Die.
And we're wondering why Bond's not around. He
70s
had to have
getting
caught
better.
something by now because he's going raw all the time. He don't even.
There's no indication that condoms exist in the Bond universe.
So
Absolutely.
this movie, we figured out that James Bond Jr., which takes place in 1991, and it's
Oh, yeah.
it's at 17. This would be the movie that James Bond got somebody pregnant and had James Bond Jr. Now in the cartoon, thank you by the way, Sturdy, for giving it to me. My son's been watching it and he says thank you too. He's been having a great time with it. They have all the old villains in it and such.
Oh, yeah,
But
check
they
it out
say
myself.
that it's James Bond's nephew.
Really?
I beg to differ. I think so James Bond can continue his work.
He did. He's
said it was
not.
his-
Yeah.
Yeah, because why would you name, like, I'm not gonna name my child after my brother. Like, what the fuck? And it's your only kid? Maybe if it was like my second or third kid, especially if something happened to one of your siblings, God forbid. But other than that, are you gonna have a fucking junior this, junior that? And no, junior's 30. Well, you know, me is 30. Because there's 30 too, technically, I guess.
Sir Sturdy the second.
Yeah, but it's but what are my brother's names? I mean, some bullshit.
No, so I think it's his, and I think that was it Fortuna who Jane Seymour plays is the mother.
Boom. There we
That's
go.
my theory.
It makes sense. It
Does.
lines up.
You know,
It fits.
I also
We're
wrote
going.
a very deep, long, with evidence theory and the whole 9 yards, everything thesis, and it's on my Substack or in the Discord. You can go read it.
He did.
You
Which I
live
have
quite
to-
the life.
We do. We do. Listen. He dives deep into stuff that he loves, and
Oh,
which is a dope thing.
By the way, first one with Roger Moore, and I liked him immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
yeah,
I thought
Absolutely.
he picked up the mantle and just fucking ran with it.
I'm with you on that.
Like his personality, everything about him, I felt like it really fit the Bond
You had
character.
a different energy, and he honestly from the first movie felt more like a Bond than Sean Connery did in any of the last film, and the other gentleman that played Bond. So for the last few films,
I ranked.
I refuse to learn that guy's name.
George Lazenby.
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 Be nice. He tried. He wasn't even an actor. They pulled him out. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, agreed. I'm on board with the song. This is literally the only one I remember from any of the movies.
Well, I do remember the one from Diamonds Are Forever because of hip hop. You know, Jay-Z, Kanye.
Well,
That's racist.
I don't know. To me, is this one and View to a Kill. Duran Duran was a good one also.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one too. What was For Your Eyes Only by Sheena Easton was good. But I think Live and Let Die and Skyfall are my two favorites.
I agree with you 1,000%.
Adele did Skyfall, right?
Yeah. Okay. Adele, she did Skyfall.
I like that song. I agree with you 1,000%, and it's less grapey than when Sean Connery says anything. Sean Connery's Bond says anything, I should say, not him as a person, him in the movie. And you're just like, yeah.
This was a strong one.
Yeah,
I love this one. I think I ranked this my favorite in the James Bond franchise.
It's easily my favorite. I mean, this is the one that's probably most successful of my growing up as a kid. Like I said, if there's a marathon that was on TV, I turned the TV on. This was the one that was always on, more so than anything. So definitely one I've seen the most out of everything. But it's just, I don't know. To me, it was just a great experience all the way across the board. You know, it has its flaws like everything, but I mean, this one to me, pound for pound, was the best Bond movie, the most enjoyable for me, anyways.
How would you, or no, not how would you, because you've seen it before and you've told me, we've had discussions about it behind the scenes, Troy. I believe even on your show, Troy Hill Talks. Go check it out. But how does it make you feel now watching it compared to back in the day? Because this is when you said you watched with your mother a lot and all that. So do you get any type of extra good feels or even sad feels for it watching it now? Not trying to make you cry on camera, but if you do, no, for the ratings. Such a deep voice. Right. He probably cries like, or he has a high pitch.
No,
the other.
No, I don't sound like Rocky Balboa when I cry, for one. But two, no, I mean, it definitely gives me those type of feelings and type of vibes, and we talked about it on my show a couple of nights ago. To me, it still has that. It has like the vibe of Let's Do It Again, Uptown Saturday Night, and a piece of the action. So
it does.
In that world,
exploitation era, like it has a lot of like the tropes that you would see in those movies for sure. I dug that.
And once you guys connected that for me, and you told me that before, as I'm watching this movie, I'm picking it up, and I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. Like how much the connections are, how much the vibe could be, how much the vibe is, how much the connections are. For those of you who haven't seen those movies, I do highly recommend them.
Oh, absolutely.
But that was a cool kind of mix.
For me, after watching 6 movies with Connery, 1 with the other guy, we're up to
7
like 8
with Connery over.
Yeah, but this, as soon as Roger Moore came on screen, he commanded the screen, he commanded the scene, and it rejuvenated me. Like in the first 10 minutes, I'm like, all right, I really want to see where this goes.
You know what?
Jane Seymour, I liked the tarot card character. It was a new set in the whole Louisiana voodoo type thing, which maybe got a little hokey. Like my biggest complaint about this was the fucking boat race or boat chase lasted for what was like the last half hour of the movie. It felt like
still shorter than the pod racing scene. From
I love it though.
It was good. But listen, when they started bringing in like the dumbass Southern sheriff there that was chasing them
he'll
down,
be in the next one too.
Like that fucking that detracted from the movie a little bit for me. I'm like, okay, they're overplaying this fucking hand.
J.W. Pepper is definitely detracts from this movie. You're 100% right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But it wasn't a far off character that you would see in blaxploitation films. So it fit the mold and the tropes of the time. So like, you know, when we watch it, we're kind of like, God, this guy's annoying as fuck.
Yeah,
but it is also funny.
Yeah, he's basically the
Keystone cop of it.
Yeah, he's basically the Smokey and the Bandit cop.
Yeah.
You know, that's basically
Yeah.
all that is, just like a little slapstick
Mhm.
humor and stuff.
Which
you
was
know.
happening a lot. It wasn't just in blaxploitation films. Remember, like trucker films, and like you said,
Mhm.
because Convoy was a big one. You know, like this anti like establishment, anti law sort of feel in the 70s are just wild.
Yeah.
Mhm.
James, you would love to read through some of the titles of these movies.
If they can do that for a Patreon, we'll do that on a Patreon episode.
They're pretty
Throw it out
dark.
for some fun.
Mhm.
I did laugh pretty good when he is taking the taxi through Harlem and the CIA guys followed him, and he goes, it's like following a cue ball.
Yeah.
It's like he's the only white guy in town.
Oh man.
No, I mean, it just had like all those little pieces, and I just thought it just made it just the overall just fun film, you know, in general. I mean, it's not like a lot of complaints. It's not like the death sequence at the end.
With the air. The guy
I thought that
was
was
ridiculous.
because after that point, it didn't seem like it was just all rushed. It's like, okay, movie has to end now, so
They
Shit,
could
you know.
have easily let him just get eaten by the sharks.
absolutely, but no,
That
we're
one
gonna-
actually, I mean, this way that they did it was way funnier and probably more talked about because Eating with the Sharks, you've seen it in so many other films, but Eating with the
True.
Sharks would have been better. As far as movie, I guess it may have been better movie-wise I'll say made more sense. It may not have been better, but it would have made more
No,
sense.
yeah, I
Not-
can see
not-
it.
bad.
not one drop of blood spatter in that whole sequence.
Yeah,
by
at
the
all.
way.
Yo,
I mean,
my wife came up at like towards the end of this movie and she was like, "Where the hell is all the blood after that?" I was like, I don't know.
It was all air. He popped like a balloon.
Yeah, that's true. There's no blood in there. The air soaked up the blood. That's
it thinned out all the blood. Okay,
But
Yeah,
that sounds scientific.
that does.
Trust me, in about 4 more years and stuff, the
Mythical
way things are
science.
going, that might actually become science, or like at least a theory any damn ways. Everything else
Yeah,
is
I
going on
don't-
right now.
I did like his watch. The gadget, his watch, the
The
magnet.
magnetic watch saves the day.
Yeah, that saved him. That got him out of a lot of bunches of little sticky situations, didn't it?
It really
seemed
did.
like the whole movie. So
It really
I
did.
like when the
Good.
watch keeps coming back into play because Pierce
Yeah.
Brosnan has that too. Like the watch, he has some watch effects on it.
Mhm.
I always kind of dug that, like the Rolex sort of
Mhm.
like, on James Bond. But
I always love the gadgets in the cars in these movies. I didn't mean to cut
It's,
you
it's
off.
the gadgets and cars. That's the huge
Yeah.
aspect of these Bond movies.
They're starting to get better. Even like with the watch, it was simple, but it was still really cool. Like
it was
it
very
cool for its
effective
time.
for what it was. you
Yeah.
know.
Like who wouldn't want to watch like that? Shit, yo, where's my keys? Over there across the room. Hold up, I'll get them.
and I overall enjoyed the villains just itself. I mean, excluding the death part, but you know, the dual role villain, and then even the heavier set guy Whisper. I thought he was kind of comical and stuff, talking all soft, and then even T.He, Fish and Chips Freddy from Let's Do It Again and stuff. That's how we can link both these movies together, Mick. I'm telling you, it could be done.
Let's do this.
It could be done.
I think you guys should do a show like that, connecting Bond with those movies. I think that'd be dope.
I think it's possible because
Oh yeah, there's a lot of actors in this. I mean, Yaphet
Yeah.
Kotto.
Yeah, so
Right
I mean,
there, like
it could be done. It
I'd
could
love
be
to see
done for
that.
sure. But I mean, just overall vibe to me was just fun,
Mhm.
and it might not be the choice of many people to put on their list as the best Bond movie they've ever seen, but just for me and for what it was, and everything it ties into with like family and just growing up as a kid and just memories in general, that's what puts it there for me.
No,
you know?
I feel like that's fair in a movie rating though, because it's based on your experience with the movie, and part of that experience is for you watching this movie a lot of times. God rest their soul, your mom,
Mhm.
and so you have that experience of growing up watching this with her, however many times you got to watch it with her, and that's just something you love to do. So it's like you love this movie, your mother loved this movie,
Mhm.
and that's like more of an importance to you, and you have a part of it when you watch it more, I guess.
Well, I mean, it's two different ways to look at it. It's either it's really, really good, or it's just a guilty pleasure or something that's not that good, but just everything else is tied into it. It's just what makes it what it is.
But I feel that still counts though, because it's still because when you're watching the movie, it's still a good moment. You don't feel like you're wasting your time. You're not pissed off when you watch it. You know what I mean? Versus like a movie like The fucking English Patient. Fuck that movie. that right there, like you wouldn't even watch. Like, I don't care who you watch that movie with, and I'm how much you love that person. You're gonna be like, "Fuck this movie." I don't care if it's your favorite movie.
Well,
I'm not watching
there's
this shit
there's
again.
plenty of movies like that. You know, you just can't say, "Hey, oh my God, sit back here. This is the part where he paints with his left foot, or when he plays." I mean, nobody gets excited about that shit. You know, so I mean, it's nothing really memorable.
I wish somebody would have been painting with their feet.
Oh, Aaron, there's a movie you gotta watch. You gotta watch Left Foot.
I'll pass. I mean, that's my whole problem with the Oscar movies. I mean, like, or Oscar-driven movies or Oscar-awarded movies. The first one I ever agreed with was Gladiator. Everything else up from, and I'm 50, so I've seen like a lot of award shows. The only one I actually really ever enjoyed was Gladiator. So just picture that how many movies I probably watched and went through from this award show telling me this movie's great. And I get home, I rent it or whatever. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? You know, so. But then again, I don't care. I mean, everybody has their opinion, which is, which is great. And some people look at different things like on an artistic level that I don't. I mean, I don't look at Live and Let Die as an artistic thing. I just look at it as like kind of just badass. You know,
I'm not against artistic movies and artistic films. I feel like I don't want to say like an asshole, but I feel like they get like too much credit because it's not always like the best story or the best movie. It's just artsy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like with the ones where like too combo, you don't understand. It's like, well, listen, if you're making a movie that I'm going to sit down there and watch for say 2.5 hours, you shouldn't make it too fucking complicated to where I'm coming out, not to where I'm questioning things for conversation, but to where I'm coming out there like I have to go watch that movie again, but I don't want to because the story was too long and too fucking boring, and I couldn't even connect with it to even make it make sense. Like the English Patient.
Think those types of movies, though, as a fan of those types of, not the English Patient, that's bullshit. And I went into detail on their show, like why I think it's bullshit. But
I understand. Why.
That was just one of the worst experiences of my life.
But for like we were talking about, though, I don't disagree with the Best Picture nominations. I generally disagree. Well, except for fucking English Patient, but like, and I can like target like the years that I feel the same about that. Like, of course, The Sound of Music, Driving Miss Daisy, a couple others, but Gigi, fucking Gigi, whatever. So
why is that on the wheel? Because it should be.
You don't want it on the fucking wheel. Trust me.
That's how we know it should be on the wheel.
God
He's
damn.
right.
Come on, it's funny.
Just that Tree of Life. I can't. The next time I do is like I can't make it. I'm gonna quit. I it's just so bad. So, but honestly, like when it, like I again, like even with Tree of Life, like there's things I can appreciate. It's beautiful cinematography, a lot of experimental stuff. I'm cool with that. But it's fucking boring. That's the sin. Like it's fucking boring. But
boring is an understatement. That movie was perfect for this wheel, for that punishment wheel, because it is a definite punishment. Like I say this.
That's the point.
You have kids and they're being very disrespectful and acting up in school. Make them watch this shit and then write a report on it.
Oh yeah.
Because they're not gonna act anytime they act up, they gotta watch this movie and write a report on it. And it can't be copy and paste from what you did last time because I'm too smart for that.
That's it. Now there's an interesting social experiment for raising kids. Make them watch a bad movie and have to write a report on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just watched like Mystery Science Theater 3000 with my kid yesterday, like 2 movies. So I make them watch bad movies on purpose.
It's like Mick. I think you're bringing up excellent points into it, just especially with the movies that you're naming, because like Sounds of Music. Tell you one thing: if you ever want to see a black guy skip around and sing some damn fucking some Sounds of Music, I'm that black dude.
Oh, you're another brother that likes that
movie. I love
a lot of people love that fucking movie. I hate that fucking.
It's
that Mary Poppins and shit. You'll see me skipping around and shit singing. You don't know what the fuck's going on.
I'm with Mick on this one. It's awful.
I won't say I love the movie, Troy.
Yeah.
I like it. I respect it. I'll never watch it again. We reviewed it on Popcorn and Pints last year. Right?
I don't like it.
But I understand where you're coming from. I do get it.
But then again, it might be the connection because I saw like the high school performance, also my cousins performing and stuff too. So maybe that has something to do with it too. But I mean, that's always been it's like a couple of those musicals that I will watch and will love, and that just happens to be one of them, for me.
Okay. I don't mean to make this, but it is. Because if you really think about why do most white guys not like The Sound of Music?
Oh shit! Here we go.
Oh, he's making it about race. He's making it about race.
He did it. White guy did it too.
The white guy did it.
Changing my mind. I love that movie.
Here comes the N-word.
No, I wanted something to happen.
And I don't mean any offense. I don't mean any offense by this, guys.
No.
My hands are staying here. They're not going out. They're not waving. They're not
Do you have a dump button? Because I feel like you're going to need it.
Yeah, I got a feeling that
I was going to make it.
I got so sturdy. So sturdy.
White guys don't like the movie where the go up at the end.
So sturdy. This might
When
be
you
the
have
hard.
to-
This
when
might
you
be
have
the
to-
hard.
When you have to refer to your race before you're about to say something and apologize, nothing.
This might be the one where we get the skyrocket finally.
Yeah, this is the hard R variety. It ain't gonna be the one supposed.
No.
Jersey salad for everybody after that.
Listen, all I'm saying is the reason I don't like that movie is because their interesting part of that story happens at the end. So we watch bullshit white privilege for 3 fucking hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the last 10 minutes, it's like, and then they had a harrowing journey through the Swiss Alps. Show that.
Well, yeah. What you don't find a bunch of kids singing to you before they go to bed, entertaining?
Hold on.
I mean, Mick, you growing up in your Ricky Schroeder castle, with Basil Rivera come out there dancing and shit every day. I'm not like Michael Jackson.
What kind of kids movie and musical sets the scene where these kids in a happy, healthy, cared about person watching over them, and then all of a sudden, we got to escape across the mountains because Nazis are after us.
Yeah.
Like in the last 5 minutes.
It all makes sense now, though, doesn't it?
They got word they were next town over, so of course there was some panic at that point. They were like several towns over when they were singing and shit before.
Singing, the sun will come. Oh man, I like those songs on there, man. I gotta get that playlist for Mick. Listen to next time we hang out. Just play that.
Mick has a Sound of Music playlist.
Yep. It's all hard R rock.
I like how you see, and that's how you do it. That's how you use jokes like that, people. You don't really use the N-word. You throw a funny curve in like that. Boom. That's why that guy's a genius. Not just because he's from Jersey. Because he's from Jersey.
That is not the word I'd use.
It's the Jersey Salad playlist.
Yeah, this is the way. This is the way to do it. This way, do like this. Don't do it like Kramer, because that's not going to work at all.
No,
Jersey Salad.
No, nobody really wants to pull a Kramer.
All right, so Mick, if you were to create
I don't even want to do a
salad
Kramer
that you would feed your family, what would it be? It doesn't have to be a regular salad either. If you want to mix up a bunch of pastas and call
it's
that
a hot salad.
All right, here. Okay, if I'm making like a salad that represents Jersey.
Oh shit! Someone's gonna get STD now.
First off,
Jesus Christ! I didn't even get to tell my version of it.
Any salad that comes from Jersey is warm. It's never cold.
It's true.
It's a carjack.
I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet so you can tell us about this Jersey salad. I'll be quiet.
Is a carjacking taking place during or after when you're eating? Which part?
He did that since he was about 5. When jurisdiction is complete. That movie is based on him and my cousin. They used to hang out. I just didn't know about it.
There's a Tim Mimosa in here somewhere.
Definitely.
Tim Mimosa in here somewhere.
Jersey Drive, we have to do that so everybody knows what we're talking about. Everybody knows what we're talking about.
Tim Mimosa restaurant guide. All across the country. Tim Mimosa goes across the country.
And do like restaurant movies? I'm down.
No, just rates restaurants. It's like a restaurant.
I thought they were rating these movies that are like doing restaurant shit. We'll rate those movies.
We should blog about it and just blog everything great. Oh, Tim Mimosa says this is awesome, and he's never been here.
Oh man, this is great. This is great.
Tim Mimosa in the Jersey salad.
The Jersey salad. Well, first of all, if I'm making a Jersey salad, like I said, it's gonna be disco fries. It's gonna be. I think a Jersey salad could be anything you want it to be, but it has to be in Jersey. So it has to it has to be a plate you find in Jersey. Like nobody knows what fucking disco fries are. It's fries with melted mozzarella and fucking turkey.
Kind of feels like there needs to be sand from the beach in there somewhere.
That's on the pizza. That's on the Jersey salad pizza version.
Okay,
that's just a slice of pizza from the shore.
Got
from
it.
the sawmill. It's good. We're good.
We're good.
Jersey salad is a Wawa sandwich at 3 o'clock in the morning.
What the fuck is that?
A Jersey salad is a White
It's
Castle
their version
burger.
of like
There's a 60-40 chance of an STD.
No. I want to hear.
There's a 97% chance of an STD. Jersey salads.
Without even taking your pants off, that's impressive.
You don't need to take your pants off in Jersey. We're gonna give you your STDs no matter what.
Jesus. Well, I got AIDS.
This just got crazy.
Oh, you're gonna get one. You're gonna get one.
Oh, you're gonna get something.
Jesus, is that?
You're gonna get one just by staring at the ocean.
Ooh.
Jesus. Wow, ain't this a wonderful view? Well, I got AIDS. I mean, Jesus.
Is that a horse?
Don't get that horse water in your eye.
So that's how Charlie Sheen got it.
Jersey Shore, swimming in Jersey Shore.
He just looked at the ocean.
I remember when I would go down as a kid to the Jersey Shore, and they'd have like the barrel kind of sticking out of the sand, and like you'd sit on that. It was nice. And by barrel, I mean the yellow one with the toxic waste symbol on it.
You used to surf.
Jesus.
And my 4 turtle friends, we would all go down to the shore.
Oh, see now here he goes. There he goes. Like I don't know.
We're supposed to be at James Bond, and I'm explaining Jersey salads
and Ninja Turtles
And brown eyes.
Jersey salads are mozzarella sticks
on fries.
On fries.
Gravy?
No, Jersey salads are fucking. Or a fat sandwich from the grease trucks. That's a Jersey salad right there.
Can you explain what that is?
Might be a Jersey salad. That I would classify the fat sandwiches as Jersey salads. Like my favorite was it was originally the Fat Bitch, and then it was called the Fat Beach, and then I think they brought back the Fat Bitch once it was okay again. I don't know, and they changed it to something else. But anyway, it was a sandwich with chicken fingers, mozzarella sticks, French fries, cheesesteak, and marinara sauce.
And
it was
I'd eat it.
I'm not saying I wouldn't eat it, but I'm not going to feel good about it.
It sounds like one of those like Primanti brother type things, like from like Pittsburgh, where they have like the French fries and coleslaw and just whatever whatever type of meat you want on it.
That's I've given up on life sandwich.
Rutgers had the trucks, and some of the businesses did, like RU sells fat sandwiches and stuff. So like you can still get them if you go to Rutgers, but it's just not like it was in the old days in the old grease trucks.
Grease truck, you said?
Yeah, it was like a whole parking lot filled with grease trucks, and they all had fat sandwiches, but they made them their way.
What the hell is a grease? Is that a food truck?
Because it has
the grease trucks were like 7 or 8 food trucks all on the Rutgers campus. I used to go to Mr. C's for mine. It was the red one.
Actually, I would enjoy that. I would enjoy trying all these different greasy ass sandwiches and shit. That would be so damn awesome.
We would drink down at Rutgers. They had the bars on the strip. We would it would always go out this way. We would go down, we would drink for a little while, then we get hungry, we would go grab the grease trucks, eat there, talk to the girls there, because everybody was there hanging out. It was almost like halftime for drinking at this college place.
Go over there and carb up.
And then after that, you always felt like, okay, we're gonna go back to the bar, or we can go hit up some of the frat parties that are going around, because they were all over the goddamn place. So we would do that, and then we would end the night over at Pizza City, and I'd get a buffalo chicken pizza. It was very good.
Nice.
So that's my Jersey salad days.
That's a lot of food that's delicious, but you should probably eat maybe like once or twice a year. Like
I was in my
20s. No, I know, but I'm saying nowadays,
when you could digest it.
All of us that are I'm still 39, but all of us that are 39,
I'm gonna be fucking 42 this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna have physicals before and after eating sandwiches and shit like that now.
I'm gonna be 43 in like A few weeks.
Nice.
My liver might be 83 years old at this point.
What would you say, James?
I said I turned 42 January.
Oh yeah, happy
you just
birthday.
turned
Man, I turn 51 next month.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, 50 freaking 1. I will tell you, gentlemen and stuff. If it aches and stuff now, if things don't feel right, make sure you go to the doctor and get checked and stuff. Because
I definitely don't expect those aches to feel better.
Well, I'm just saying because when you start getting to like my age, it gets harder to recover from shit. You know, you don't heal up the same anymore. So, trust me, just make sure you take care of your stuff. Stay on top of it. I mean, we all hate the doctor because we're all grown ass men and stuff, but just trust me.
I've gotten better with that. I mean, I at least do
I don't care.
blood
Do whatever
work
they want.
once a year, and if I feel something, I'll definitely go check it out.
I just be sitting there waiting.
Yeah. Go ahead, poke whatever you want.
And stay off of WebMD because you're definitely like damn near dead if you go on WebMD.
Yeah, I know. It's always cancer.
I'll be like, I just sneezed and stuff, but it's saying I'm gonna die in 2 days.
I've had a good run.
crying to yourself and shit.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Back to Live and Let Die, though, guys. Back to Live and Let Die. What were some parts that you guys really liked about it, really enjoyed about it, if anybody has anything to say about it?
I think overall it was a rejuvenation for me. I was tired of Connery, even though I was happy to see him back over the Lasby.
That's
or whatever
funny
the fuck
you
he
say.
was.
I feel the same way. Like, I was happy to see him back, but then it's just like, oh, fuck, this is what you brought back. Shit.
Yeah, and this was a more cohesive story, even though that fucking boat chase scene. Like, if I could change anything about this, that was too long. That was the last 25 fucking minutes of the movie.
No, I agree.
I didn't mind it.
I mean, that and the dumb sheriff, there was too much of him. That detracted a little bit.
Fair.
Yeah, because I can see your point. Because it kind of there's some points where they feel like you're kind of just done with that character, and you're like, "Oh shit, he's back again."
Yeah,
oh shit, So they did kind of beat the drum a little bit too much of him. I do think the race sequence was probably a little too long. I mean, it was, but then again, it was still shorter than the pod racing scene from Phantom Menace, so can't complain that much because you could rip that whole damn scene out of Phantom Menace, and I'd be completely happy. But just too much too many childhood memories tied into this movie for me not to really say anything too negative about, except that, and then the unusual death of the main villain, which I thought was ridiculous.
That part, it didn't even dawn on me until you said, "Where's the blood?"
Troy, you got a rating for us, real quick?
Like, there was literally no blood after he blew up.
Yeah.
Well, a rating for me, we're going for what, from 1 to 10?
Yeah.
Mine would be 8.5.
8.5. Nice.
Yeah, it would be in there. I mean, to me, and this is just, again, for the things that are tied into it, just my life and just growing up. This is I adore this movie. I really, really do. And it's just, and like I said, I know it's not perfect. I know it's not going to make the list for a lot of people, but to me, it just works just because, just a life. That's all.
Not that one.
Oh, I forgot about him running across the Crocs.
Yeah, that was so much fun. Like, but that was I feel like that was what I needed after the Connerys.
Some fun.
Yeah, that is a little more like it's a little tongue in cheek and how it goes back. Yeah, I think the cop is just a little too much. I get the trope, but it was a little too much. It got annoying, and especially you're gonna see him in the next one, and it's not better. They're in like Thailand. It doesn't get better. I'm telling you.
The way he's saying it, and when you're done, it's like, give us a rating, please.
Here's the thing: as soon as he showed up, and like I'm like, come on.
Well,
I was like, come on.
I'll say this. I think one of the things about Bond is why you need a well-developed good story is if you're going to put him in a situation, he's an English spy. Everybody knows that about him. Everybody expects to see the English part played up.
He uses his real name.
But if you're going to put him in a place that's like so far away from where he comes from, like Louisiana, like it's almost feels gimmicky as soon as you hear that right off the bat, like just fish out of water. type
But
thing.
see, but they could have hit on that trope a little bit more. I believe they could have did a little bit more of that. The fish out of water concept. They could have hammered that home a little bit more for me. I mean, because this movie in itself is almost, if you make it way funnier, this is like a couple of steps away from International Man's a Mystery almost. I mean, it really is. I mean, if you add like a few more jokes in this movie, that's where you're teetering to.
Yeah,
almost.
you do. You like it does. It can go one way or the other. Like,
yeah,
I loved that they come back and it's just completely like it's a more serious tone villain, even with everything going on. Like Spectre's over. Like we're gonna like look into different things. Like this was. I have to ask, Sturdy.
Don't listen,
Troy. Is there an underground syndicate network?
He singled out the black folk. Notice that.
What are we supposed to know? Like I feel like James Bond didn't know. We did. If he doesn't know, how are we supposed to know? I wasn't privy. My dad didn't tell me.
I don't want to speak about it on air.
Yeah, we can't talk about that on air. That's
that's like James and I not talking about our barbecues that somehow the taxi driver knew about.
Oh, I mean that's like you asking us, Mick, about what we eat and stuff. 'Cause everybody knows supposedly what black people eat, but nobody knows what white people eat and stuff.
How about this? I'll apply to be a storefront manager.
Oh, it's fried chicken of some kind.
I just want a job. Can I work in the underground syndicate? Like, I just want to be part of it. Connected.
I tell you, whatever type of thing I run, you're running race relations.
I don't want to run the race relations. Nobody listens to me. And I get mad
this is how you open up, Mick, to everybody. I sat the whole week and I saw Roots, everybody, and I'm sorry.
Mick, you're our diversity leader.
If that don't work, I don't know what's going to not work.
The thing is, he's either going to start crying or get violent towards Caucasians. It's going to be one or the other. Maybe both.
Mick's the diversity and inclusion leader who's about to be fired.
The only not underground syndicate that I can watch right now, they're crazy. I want to be a part of this one.
That's fair. I respect that. He's saying it out loud too. He ain't hiding behind the curtain saying it. I respect it.
Trust me, the people that are watching that need to be watching are watching right now. They're taking notes.
Yep.
They'll contact you soon, Mick.
Don't watch Live and Let Die. We don't want to spoil it for you.
I'll say this, Mick. You're definitely invited to the barbecue.
Absolutely.
But then I have to go home afterwards out there.
Well, you can invite your family. That's up to you.
That wasn't even what I meant.
I don't know what you meant there. I read that completely. I thought you meant they had to go home to the non-barbecue cooking. I was like, oh, you can bring them so they can try it too.
All right.
All I'm saying is I love this movie.
I'm going on a road trip for work. Come back with barbecue sauce all over his face. and a plate. You know he would bring a plate back. Where'd you get that from? Oh, we had a cookout at work.
All right, you got jokes, Sturdy? You got jokes? I got 2 jokes.
Oh!
What has 2 thumbs and won't crap?
We don't want those.
Me, because I'm constipated. See? I like my coffee like I like my coffee.
We're going to do better next punishment. We're going to do better next punishment episode. We're going to do way better next punishment.
You're going to get more of these jokes. Knock, knock. Who's there?
Nobody.
It's a delivery of flowers and chocolate to cheer you up.
So bad. Mick, what do you rate the Live and Let Die?
I give it a 9.
That was so stupid. It's so fucking funny.
It was funny. Shut up.
It wasn't.
Ready? What do you call a ladybug that is a man? A ladybug.
Oh my god! All right, I'm good. I'm back.
All right. I was just trying to make James laugh.
My fucking asshole,
Daddy James.
Oh.
James is too high to know what's going on.
What is the best?
He hasn't said a word in the last 40 minutes.
You guys are going. You guys keep going, so I'm just listening.
What is the best way not to die?
I don't know. Not watching the English Patient again.
This movie was 7.5 for me.
Okay, James.
This one's my favorite so far. I'm going to give it 8.5.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm up there with Mick. I'm gonna give this one a 9. This one like really, really, really brought my interest back into it since Thunderball. Honestly, I gave it a 7.5, and that was the highest rating I gave it since. So I'll say since Thunderball. The next movies I gave it 6, but 6 and a 6.5. But then after that, it dropped.
I think
With the past two.
next 3 for me. This one, starting with this one, the Roger Moores, then A Man with the Golden Gun, and Spy Who Loved Me. I think these are the most fun, and A View to a Kill is a part of that. Like those are the most fun Bond films in my opinion, and I had such a great time with them. I think you guys will too. Moonraker's Moonraker.
Yeah,
you just kind of go with it.
Yeah,
I know what that means.
Octopussy was okay from what I remember.
I know what that means.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Octopussy's good. But by that time, the 80s, they turned more espionage and less gadgets and such, and like
True.
And it was the same director. Like though all 5 of those movies, even with this changing actors, John Glenn directed it. So like there's this kind of cohesive story there too. It was pretty good. And no Spectre, just the Russians. Which hey, maybe we need to watch these movies a little more.
It could help these days.
It could help these days. Also,
See, we're heroes. This is why we're doing it, because we love America. We love our country.
It's true.
We love you.
We watch British spy movies because we love our country.
Yeah, we're trying to figure shit out.
We know who the bad guys actually are.
Because without movies, there you go. There you go. We can tell you who the bad guys are. And I'll say this. If you have the American version, it's gonna be a bunch of explosions. The Rock with his shirt off. Vin Diesel saying more lines than he needs to. We don't want that.
Dude, all right. Here's the thing that's fucking me up a little bit.
Vin Diesel can't read.
I'm sorry to do this, but I gotta say it because we're doing James Bond.
Here we whispered in lines in his ear.
No, hear me out. Goldfinger, right? What was the whole plot of Goldfinger?
I don't remember.
They were going to Fort Knox to destroy the gold.
Yeah.
So that way their wealth was the wealth that they had to depend on. I think that's what's happening right now. They're all going to Fort Knox.
Watch Bond, people.
Watch
Figure
Bond.
shit out.
Britain, where are you? Send a doctor if you can't find James.
Yeah,
somebody.
We have a James, but he's not. He's not.
I'm not no Bond.
He's too stoned.
Not only that, he
We've
hurts.
been
He
prideful
gets
and
hurt too
hubris
much.
filled. Just please help us.
He could be the James Bond of our podcast and just show up. But he can't be the Bond. He can't be the Bond that's hopping around and stuff and sleeping around. He's married. He can't be doing that shit.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mick, you should have been Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Damn it.
Order of shenanigans.
Where were you 3 hours ago? Okay, by the way, a duck walks into a bar. The appropriate authorities are called, and the duck is released in a Newbury Park.
All right, so this is what we're doing
I
next
hate
week.
you. I hate you so much right now.
Just to show you guys, this is gonna be a good time. This is gonna
What
be a
is
good
blue and looks like a couch?
You just shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
My couch.
Is that popcorn in that glass, or is it like boiled egg sliced in half? What the?
Or am I just happy to see you?
popcorn.
It is popcorn. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, my vision.
Well, no, because
I'm
the name
old.
of the show is Boiled Eggs.
Oh, we know that.
Hey, welcome to boiled eggs and pints.
Boiled eggs in a pint glass.
Oh, Troy.
Yes.
What do you call a cat that is drinking?
Fucking asshole.
What?
Cat.
Troy's a dad. See, Troy's a dad, so he feels obligated to answer everybody because we're all younger than him.
Just shut the fuck up.
I am.
You guys save these jokes for your wife and kids, Mick.
Oh god.
Anti-jokes.
Do you know how old I was around 9/11?
You goddamn asshole.
9/11.
It's so stupid, but I'm so high, so it's fucking funny. It shouldn't be.
I'm laughing because everybody else starts dying and laughing.
Hey, Chris is laughing, but he's so mad.
Those
Which
jokes
makes me laugh even harder.
Just shut up.
Hey, Troy's gonna get
Okay.
this quick.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. What is pink, rare, and difficult
No.
to eat? Raw
No.
pork meat.
No.
What did Batman say to Robin before they got into the Batmobile? Robin
Lord.
got in the
Get pregnant?
Batmobile.
All right. They didn't say that.
I'll
I'm
leave it
sorry.
alone, I'll leave it
You
alone.
gotta shut him down.
I took it a little bit too far. But while the attention is on me, Troy, would
Fucking
you like to come
end
back-
this.
would you like to come back with us next week for the next two films? 9:00 same time.
It's a possibility, sure.
Nice. Love
Yeah,
having you again. Cause
it's definitely a positive. Because I would like to show up because having high regard for one Bond's movie and stuff, my opinion might not be the same for several others. So,
It'd be fun to have you on. And
maybe I can be negative on some movies for once and stuff.
there you go. Or you might find some movies and be like, holy shit, I was over here being negative for no reason.
It might be. It might. You
Yeah,
never
which-
know. You just
but
never
honestly,
know.
Well, you watch
Those-
new stuff. You should join me sometimes.
I'm just glad that we can talk more so now about treasures like Let's Do It Again, Uptown Saturday Night, Live and Let Die, and kind of let this whole ganja and Hess thing die.
Yeah. He's gonna just keep throwing that at you, Mick. I guess next one you gotta throw out there.
I went to Art House. I got it. Like I
guess
it's a
what
niche
he has to
thing.
do. You know what he's gonna do though, Troy? You're gonna really want to be on my show in June because he's putting together that wheel, and you know what I mean.
Oh boy.
Because he has so much
The Jersey
appreciation
salad
for
wheel?
culture. No,
Well,
not
now
that.
I feel like I shouldn't.
No.
Kind of seems like there should be a Jersey salad wheel.
But you know he's gonna put something dope together.
Yes. I got 110%.
You know what I
faith.
thought would be kind of cool
Yeah.
is if we
And this is-
did.
This is why he can come to the barbecue.
Yes.
If we did if I do bad, you can tell me. I'm gonna
No,
try.
no.
I'm gonna try and curate it as a a film critic and a film curator. Like
Mick, you look like Captain America after he gave up with the beard in there.
I feel like Captain America.
Well, I can see it pretty soon. Hail Hydra. Anyways.
No, that's a whole different. That's a whole that. And this isn't that type of wave. This is.
I was about to say,
my
watch
wave.
your I'll put mine up there.
Wave.
I'm giving him 5 just to help him out.
So
Give him
I'm pushing
5.
it away. I'm like, I don't want Hydra. Hydra can stay
Give him
over
5.
there. We know who Hydra is, and they're not hidden. They were.
No, they're not.
Oh my god! But yeah, no. I'm like Captain America, where it's like, I'm not leaving Wakanda, dude.
You should.
Thanos is gonna have to come here because my ass is gonna be right here. I'll do whatever.
If we invite Mick to the barbecue, if he comes to 3 barbecues, as long as he don't act up at the 4th one, he may be able to come to Wakanda.
That might be the next step because that's usually the 5th. That's usually on the 5th thing.
Yeah,
What do you want me to do? I'll do whatever. I'll run the trains. I run the magnet trains.
I'm gonna say this though, Mick. Once you come to Wakanda, you can't be racist towards white
Yeah.
people.
I can't be racist towards white people.
No, we don't no racism. We're
Yeah, there's
I'm not gonna be
now
racist.
Wakanda.
Wait, how many
now
of you-
Wakanda.
You started
How
out-
many do you have there?
you started out
And
first.
if you run into trains in Wakanda, you can't be like Polar Express and shit.
I
neither.
can
just,
be nice.
just run the damn train.
I don't know. It's just gonna be ongoing. I can be nice to white people. Look at Kristen Hayes.
You can't sit in the front either.
I
feel like
No,
that's
you
fair.
can't.
Hey, listen. I get it.
You got to have that balance, like Mr. Rogers and stuff. Study Mr. Rogers. That'll have you in a great space.
Yeah, he's
Never
the
knew
only white guy allowed in Wakanda.
Ted Lasso and
Yeah.
He's getting there.
Ted Lasso
He's getting
and
there.
Mr. Rogers. That's the only ones I'm going for. And Jesus.
That's true.
Yes.
Love
Yeah,
Jesus.
well, he's
Well,
questionable.
I will say Ted Lasso and
But I'm not
Mr.
calling
Rogers.
Jesus
I'm not
white.
sure.
I'm just saying good guy.
Well,
I don't
questionable.
know.
Did you say well?
Yeah, I'm just-
This is why Chris gets to come to the barbecue because he's a funny white dude.
There's some
Fool everybody.
ambiguity there.
You're right. Jesus is
Yeah.
white in every Catholic, in a picture in every Catholic home. Because he
Yes.
looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
yes.
That's why.
Jesus Christ.
That's
That
what
don't
you
guy
guys
is white.
That's what
I
you
can
guys
tell-
hung up. It's
I-
Obi-Wan.
I-
Like, oh,
I
what
can-
the
I can-
fuck?
I can
That's
tell
Obi-Wan.
you-
Trust me.
I can tell you the hand fans I had to cool me off in my church room because our air conditioner never ran. My Jesus always was black
No.
on my hand fan.
Yo, those sessions there, those handful of times where we would go to them with my mother, or when we'd go down south, and I forgot what it was. It was every August 1st, and we'd go to my father's church where they grew up at, and there was like some special thing they had there. That thing was like 4 hours, mad hot.
Yeah.
And and at every point they stop and slow down, it just boom. I'm like, God, how the hell do you have this energy from 1922 to 2020? Like, what the? Where you get? I'm exhausted.
And the only thing you got to cool off is your Martin Luther King hand fan or your Black Jesus hand fan. That's the only thing you had.
I'll say this.
That's it.
Because I know Mick's probably been to something like this. Chris and James, the food is phenomenal after.
I could tell by the look on Mick's face he's about to say something fantastic.
No, stop. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Oh my God!
You fucking asshole!
You know,
the punchline is different.
You know,
it's different.
You notice how he threw in chicken.
You ready? The punchline is different. So why did the chicken cross the road?
Because the niggas were after it.
I just said it. Different is the punchline. God damn it!
Oh,
I missed it.
I missed it too.
I really thought he was gonna say something about like a barbecue he was invited to.
Yeah,
like
something.
Church he went to and had the meal. And
why did the chicken cross the road?
Yeah, why did fried chicken cross the road?
But chickens tend to travel in random directions sometimes, so no real intention.
Listen, you guys, go check out Troy Hill.
God damn it!
I hate you so much.
Go check out Troy Hill Talks. Make sure you check out Stories from a Bar. Of course, check out Popcorn and Pints. Check out no, I just said that one.
You could say it again. I mean,
check out Stories from a Bar. Of course, check out the Scene Snobs. Great channel. Bunch of dope stuff on there. Again, Troy Hill Talks, Popcorn and Pints, Forward Serve 30, Stories from a Bar.
And we cannot forget our good friend. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it was ripe and ready to be picked.